Wow, guys, welcome back to another video. We have some breaking news, man. One of the earliest trade news stories I can remember pre-deadline. I mean, this is insane. I don't remember reporting on a trade this early into the season, but apparently, according to Robert Murray, it says breaking Rafael Devers to the Giants. Yeah, the Boston Red Sox have parted ways with their $300 million third baseman slash DH. Here's another tweet by Robert. He tweets out, the Giants are acquiring Rafael Devers from the Boston Red Sox for Jordan Hicks, Kyle Harrison, and more, according to sources familiar with the deal. Now, the other two players involved in this trade are James Tibbs and Jose Bellio, according to sources familiar with the deal. Here's a post by Foul Territory. You gotta go check out their page as well. They do some great stuff on there. I'm interning for them here this summer. Shout out to them. But they tweet out, the Red Sox felt that the $313.5 million contract came with responsibilities to do what's right for the team. And Rafael Devers didn't fulfill those responsibilities, so they traded him. Here's another interesting tweet by Foul Territory. Here's apparently a video of Rafael Devers returning to Fenway Park from the airport to retrieve his car after getting traded. So that has to be a little interesting. After defeating and sweeping your arch rival, the New York Yankees, you go home, and then a couple minutes later, probably, right? The game was afternoon game. He has to go back to the ballpark and pick up his car to go get shipped off to California. But again, out of the players that were going to probably be traded for this struggling Red Sox team, I thought it was going to be Trevor Story. I mean, I get it. Trevor Story is not good right now. He has not been great for the Red Sox thus far during his tenure, ever since joining the team back in 2022 after signing that big contract with Boston. So, I mean, 2022, let's look at Trevor Story real quick here. I mean, the most he's hit with the Red Sox was 16 during his freshman campaign in Boston. Ever since then, he's been injury prone, hasn't even gotten double digits in the home run department. Again, he signed a contract that spans 6 years, $140 million, of course, starting in 2022. Out of the guys that I would have thought would have been traded would have been Trevor Story, right? I mean, he's struggling. He's not doing good, but again, there's no value there. That's the problem. I bet if Story would have done really, really well this year, along with a Rafael Devers, and the Red Sox are not doing good, or not playing above to, Boston standards, he probably would have been on the block as well. But, Rafael Devers, again, he's a good player. He's a good hitter. He's just being selfish. And again, that's the problem. You got to be a team player in this situation. You're in Boston, a big market. You're getting paid $313 million to play DH, essentially. You're like, well, they signed him as a third baseman. Well, yeah, they got, Bregman, so now he's a DH. But now that the fact that Bregman's hurt, they asked him to play third base. He's like, no, I don't want to play third base. Well, why? Well, what a selfish move by Rafael Devers on his part to not play third base for a team that's paying you $300 million. And it's not like you're playing for the Rockies. It's not like you're playing for the Diamondbacks or for the Rays or for even the Mariners. You know what I mean? Like, this is a historic franchise that is built off of winning and has won 4 World Series titles since the beginning of the millennium. It's such a weird scenario right now. Everyone in Boston must be shell-shocked. Yeah, Devers, oh my, he signed a 10-year deal. Oh my God, $313 million just last year, 2023. So he has another 8 more seasons left. That is insane. He's going to be a San Francisco Giant until 2034, to the end of his contract at age 37. So, I mean, if you're the Giants, right, let's look at it from a Giants perspective. Okay, so I saw the lineup posted by MLB on Fox. They slot him in there, I think it was in the 3 or 4 spot at DH. So, of course, they have Chapman at third base. The Giants are really competitive. They're doing surprisingly well, and it felt like they had to make a move before things go south. And they want to stay competitive in that tight division with the Dodgers and the Padres. They're 2 games back of the Dodgers, but I mean, they're in striking distance of LA, who is a fantastic team that's loaded up, from top to bottom, despite their starting pitching. I mean, I think the Giants, they see a window, they see an opportunity, and they took it. Buster Posey took it, and I was shocked. But again, I think they'll do really, really well in San Fran. I mean, it's similar to Boston, and maybe a little bit farther, obviously, down the line. But, I mean, it's a hitter-friendly ballpark for lefties, a gap-to-gap, a ballpark for sure. He'll be right back into that NL West race where the Red Sox, in contrast to the Giants, are 6.5 back of the Yankees in first. They're barely over 500, just a game. So I think this is such a good move by the Giants to be proactive instead of sitting it out and being reactive too late into the year where, maybe it wouldn't make sense to make this move. But you got to strike when the iron's hot for the Giants, and it's burning right now in San Fran, and they made the deal. I'm shocked that it happened for the Red Sox sake, but if I'm looking at it from a practical standpoint and how it's going to help out the Giants in stabilizing their lineup, Devers will give them a power left-handed bat and a pure DH from the left side. He's one of, I think, there's going to be only 3 lefties in their lineup. You got Jung-Hoo Lee, who's leading off, of course, as a lefty, and Mike Yastrzemski, who's, down at the bottom of the order, batting around 7th, 8th every game. So I think this is a great move just to stable out the lineup for the Giants here. Now let's look at the return the Red Sox got for Rafael Devers in this deal. Let's first look at a couple major leaguers. Jordan Hicks, of course, he's a flame-throwing righty reliever who's been in San Fran for the past 2 seasons. Prior to his stint with San Fran, he was, of course, with St. Louis and Toronto. Last year with San Fran, he appeared in 29 games at a 4.10 ERA. And this year, he has a 6.47 ERA in 13 games. This is a stark contrast when you look at the ERA in comparison to what he had in St. Louis and Toronto. In 2023, he had a 3.67 ERA with St. Louis and a 2.63 ERA with Toronto. The ERA has inflated a bit here by the Bay for Jordan Hicks. It will be, a nice bullpen piece if they do decide to trade Chapman ultimately as well. So that's another thing you got to look out for. So maybe this is the play here to get Hicks to kind of slot him into the closer role if and when they trade away Chapman. Now, if you look at a guy like Kyle Harrison, he's a 23-year-old southpaw, and this season with the Giants, he's only appeared in 8 games as a 4.56 ERA. Last year appeared in 24 games, pitched 124 and 1/3 innings, and had 118 strikeouts. That's pretty average. That's not bad for a guy who pitched 124 innings. So if you look at the prospects they got back, okay, let's look at James Tibbs III. In 2024 with 2 teams, he appeared in 26 games total between those 2 levels, had 108 at-bats. He collected 26 hits, had 2 bombs, and only 6 RBIs. That was last year in 2024. This year in High A, he's played in 57 games. He has 12 home runs. That's pretty good in 57 games. He has a 246 average and a 478 slugging percentage. Not to mention he's collected 51 hits in 57 games. That's pretty darn good. He's gotten a hit pretty much every game he's played in. That's pretty darn good for a guy 22 years old. Now, I know he's only in High A, so that might be a little bit of a little bit of a damper if you're a Red Sox fan. You like to see the guy maybe a little bit higher level, like Double A. But I mean, I guess there's some promise there. Let's look at the last guy here, Jose Bellio. He's a 20-year-old this season in rookie ball. He's 1-0, has a 2 ERA. He's appeared in 8 games. He has 18 innings under his belt thus far. He struck out 28 guys, and opponents are batting 156 against him. Not to mention he has a 72 whip. So, I mean, I guess these 2 guys are pretty promising. Again, they're not by any means but near the big league level. A guy who's in High A and rookie ball ain't going to get you much, but I guess if you're the Red Sox, I think Hicks is probably, the prize piece in this deal for now because he has experience as a closer. And again, if you trade Chapman at the deadline, he's a guy who can slide in at the closer role and come in next year as well and be that same guy out of the pen. So again, the Red Sox, it looks like they're in sell mode. It's be interesting to see what they do with a guy like Alex Bregman. Not what they do, what Bregman decides to do, because if they don't go to next offseason, trying to win and get some big name free agents, if I was a guy like Bregman, I would leave. I mean, I don't. Why would you stay in Boston if this is the direction they're going for the foreseeable future? I mean, you trade a guy like Devers, and I guarantee you, if Trevor Story was healthy, he'd be gone as well. He might have been gone before Devers. When you're in the Red Sox position and you're just scraping, to be 500 in a really, really tough division with a team like the Yankees who are just spearheading that whole thing. And again, they're the New York Yankees, for God's sakes. So again, it seems like Boston's regressing here, and this is just the move they got to make. And I think this is going to be a pivotal point for the Red Sox in the near future. And I think Bregman is as good as gone. Again, that's all I got. Please like, please comment, subscribe. Comment down below your thoughts on this Boston Red Sox trade of Rafael Devers. And as always, I will catch you guys later.